Thank you, friends, for being with me again this evening as we have a moment to be together. And tonight I'm going to dedicate our brief thought for the day in honor of my mother, whose sixth yahrzeit is tonight. May her memory be a blessing. She was dedicated to Judaism her whole life, and we remember her this evening. But I want to talk today about something a little bit different, as we are in the period of counting the Omer, but we are also in a period of the year that is very unusual on the Jewish calendar. You see, we just finished a couple of days ago, last week actually, Yom HaShoah, which is Holocaust Remembrance Day. And today actually is also the anniversary of the date of the liberation of Dachau. And so there are some Holocaust remembrances that happened this week. But even more powerful to that is that this evening begins Yom HaZikaron, which is Israel's Memorial Day. That's this evening. And Israel's Memorial Day is followed immediately by Yom HaAtzmaut, which is Israel's Independence Day, a day of celebration. But today, I know we have a tortured relationship with the state of Israel. Many of us are not quite sure how we feel about the state of Israel and these events over the past 2 years now, ever since the events of October 7th and beginning on October 8th. We are conflicted and confused and understanding as much as we do about how Israel is feeling besieged. It is still a difficult thing for us to watch as Jews, as people who are interested in peace and in being together. This is quite disturbing. But I think we have to understand, and we have to frame our brothers and sisters in Israel with a kind of understanding eye that they have spent the past 80 years under siege. And as we know from our own experiences as human beings or as animals in this world, that any organism that is under siege responds with primal responses that are disturbing, that are harsh, and that don't seem to make sense. A wounded animal lashes out even at those who are attempting to help that animal. Human beings with PTSD often exhibit bizarre behaviors because they have lost perspectives on reality. And when we look at the situations that have been going on for generations on either side, we find our brothers and sisters in the Middle East, no matter if they're Israeli or Arab or Gazans or whoever they are all suffering from this past trauma. And so the war that we see, the conflict and the fighting that we see defies explanation, defies logic in so many ways. That doesn't mean that we shut off our love and our devotion, not only for our family members in Israel, but also for our distant cousins who have been, who also are dealing with forces that are surrounding them, forces that are bringing them into a world that they too did not wish for, but have felt surround them. And so, as we are in these days, I want us to consider that our Jewish tradition is not a simple one when it comes to how we act under crisis. But our Jewish tradition tells us that we seek justice and we seek peace. And we end every single service with the same words we're going to end with today. And that is the words, may the one who brings peace upon, the one who makes peace above, bring peace to us and to the entire world. That's how we end every single Jewish service, including our time together today. And it means this. It means that we are praying not only for our own safety and security, but for the safety and security of everybody in the world, safety and security for every individual. And you know, when it comes to governments and political entities, I wish that I could explain them. I wish I could tell you that they operate with listening first to rabbis and ministers and teachers, but you know, they don't. They go their own way. But it doesn't mean that we, in our own personal lives, cannot continue to stand for justice. We should continue to stand for liberation for all people. We should stand together for peace, not only peace for us, but peace for every individual, every group, and most importantly, a strong inner peace for us and for everyone. And that's my prayer today. And as we face this Israel Memorial Day and Israel Independence Day, we simply pray for peace. We simply pray for a time when everybody can live in wholeness and in peace and enjoy each other's company and the gifts of the world around us. A mourner's kaddish now. Yitgadal v'yitgadash me'rabam. Bi'alma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agalav izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabam v'varach le'olam le'amei amayam. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yidadar v'yidaleh v'yidalal shemei d'kudisha barichu. Li'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim olenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who brings peace above bring peace to us, to the entire world. And let us say amen. Thank you, friends.